G'day folks, and welcome back to Metal Mania 3D in the Diecast Workshop, and a big welcome to my new subscribers, and also welcome to my original subscribers. Today this is a do-it-yourself DIY video of how you can make up some awesome hot looking wheels for your cars or your speedway cars or anything else there without having to pay big money or anything for them. At the moment I'm just showing you ones that that I've made myself, and we are sending them off to the manufacturers so we can get them made in bulk and make them a lot way cheaper. Now these wheels consist of injected plastic centers with alloy rims and of course real rubber tyres. So we've got various brands: Yokohama, Pirelli, Goodyear, Toyo tyres, all sorts of things. So there's different various brands. Now these wheels here, we don't want to make this too long a video. These wheels here start off as a set similar to this. A set similar to this one here. We've got the rear riders on there. This one's got the Toyo tyres, and it's 5-spoke rims there, so they start off like this is how they start off, and then what we do is we then come down to your tubing. So you've got your different tubing here. Now these are for the sets on this car here, this car, and the Porsche. This is the tubing that was used on these rims here. So if you see the 8mm point by 0.45mm, which is the thickness of your wall, and that gives you the inner diameter. Your 9mm by 45, again same nice wall. So that way when it's cut, obviously when you cut it you've got to file it to get that burr off it, but that's the edge of it there. Right, so you got the tube sizes for these ones on this car here. I'll leave that other. And it's also for the Mercedes here as well. It's got those not 8 and 9mm tube, alloy tube. So what we'll do is I'll just you've seen the tubing there. I'll give you an idea. This here is one of those rims. It's just a different colour with the tyre off, of course. And then here we go, the 10mm tube just goes in, so you can easily glue them in there. You can just put your glue around this edge here, just only a small amount so you don't fog anything up and you don't do anything wrong there. I use super glue, but I run it on the rim, and I've never had anything fog up on me yet. I don't use truckloads of it. And that rim there will just sit in there beautifully, so you can get it perfectly. Right, so now what we do is, I'll put that down. You've seen that there, how we go there. Put that over to there. I'll put that back in my little stand so I can get the whole of it any time I want. Then we can have a little tool like this that you adjust up and down. As you can see, it does all of the cutting of the tube for you nicely. It does, however, like I said, as you can see, that's the tube size you need. When you do it, it does have a burr on the end. I then take the burr off with my, it's not a swear word, bastard file. Take it off here, while it's there. I hold it on the bench up against the edge like this. Let me get one out of the bag. These are the ones that are all cut up for, I have cut up for other jobs that I'm building, other wheel kits for other people here. I'll show you those gold ones there when I show you the Mercedes. These are just tubing that I've cut up and everything else there. What you do is with the tubing, make sure I don't knock that Porsche job off. The tubing here, as you can see, has the burr on both sides because I've been cutting tubing like mad. All you need to do is just then tilt back and forth here, up and down like that, until you get it beautifully smooth. Once you get it smooth, and down to, you'll see the little coil will fall off inside. I probably should have showed you that, but I'm just trying to speed it up. Once you've cut the tube and you've filed all your edges off, I use my verniers here, so that way I can make sure that I make each one of these, not so much when I cut them, because I cut them always a little bit bigger, so that way when you come down, this is going to end up being an 8mm wide rim. Yep, right, and I'm pretty sure I wrote that on there, or it's on one of them in the bag. 8mm, yes, right, so I'll put that back in there so I don't get it confused with the other ones there. Right, bang, put it up there. So that's what I use that there. That way you get the rims all the same size, because you want them all to be the same size, and so forth. Now, here's one here, like I was saying here. Started off like these here, with the standard stocky rims that we do sell on our website, of course. I'm not here just to punch product, but I build these custom wheels here for people if they want them, but we're trying to get them made so that way I don't get so held up. It takes me a good hour and a half, I suppose, fully concentrated to make one full set, and there's the result there. Get it back here. There's the result there. Yeah, alloy rims. Now, with the alloy tube on the inside, it's not polished. So what I've chosen to do is I rolled up a bit of 800 wet and dry, and I ran it on the inside so it gives it like that machined look finish. What I do is I haven't got these fitted into the car because these are going to get sent off to the, and when they come back, I can either put another tyre on there, or when they come back from the factory, the tyres will be the correct width. And there you go. You can see that there, and you see the deep dish of the machined lip on the rear. Now the rear is 8" wide, and just get that back in there for a sec. Now look, they all spin true and everything else there. I'll just show you. It all spin beautifully. Yep. Oh, there. Now the front one there is smaller as well, of course, but you still have the nice little machined lip on the inside of it there. So it comes up really nice. Now remember, these are out then the alloy injected plastic centres with your rubber tyres. Now 8mm tube on the front. Your tyres just slip straight on, well, they fit nice and firm onto your 8mm tube onto the front. On the back ones there, you need to put them in a bowl of warm water, which we're going to show you in a little bit further along. When I'd make one wheel, so we don't want to be holding up forever there. We'll make one wheel to show you, so to knocking all the other ones off. Now that was the orange 5-split here. Then we've got this set here that we've made up. You see the alloy ones now. Now these aren't cut in, so if you want to make wide bodies, perfect, no cutting. But if you want to put these on, some models they do fit, like for instance the Porsche. I haven't done anything to the front guard there. The rear, it just pokes out a touch. If you notice, you see that there, just pokes out a touch. The front's perfect. Alright, so we'll get to that car in a minute. So this is your other style of rims here. We've got Pirellis on here, I'm pretty sure. And these are I've given these like the machine look again as well. So this basically again 8" on the front, and then there's the 4" cut on the front, because the rim on the back, the rim fits inside the 9" tube, 9mm tube. The rim fits inside the 8mm tube, glues onto, come here little fella, glues onto perfectly the little outside lip here, right around, right? So it sits on there nicely. So if you've noticed now, I've showed you that, you can't tell that much difference, but when you look at the rim on the front, you'll notice that the orange is behind the machined alloy, and then the front, it's in front. Still looks perfect, do you not think? I think so. I think it looks alright. It looks pretty hot. Alright, and then same as this is my speedway rims sort of thing there. This is the same. These rims started off as a stock set of these. Excuse me. These started off as a stock set of these 5-star with wheel riders. You can put all gold, all chrome in the centre. I'm currently, as you can see, building a gold set here. Now I've chosen to take the lip off because what we've done, as you can see, the lip's off and it comes right to the inside of the body. Still spins perfectly, don't worry about that. I've got my finger on it, it won't. And the same as here. Oh, there we go. Alright, so these will come back and the tyres will be the right width. Now these are good for speedway cars or anything else like that there. Not only that there, if you notice, I'll give you an idea. I'll get the verniers so I can show you. Let's turn this on. Zero it. Now, go to here. It's only that much there. So what all you need to do is trim this much on the inside. See, that way, these will tuck underneath. This is already a wide body from the factory. You can make it wider if you want to, of course. This is a wide body, but so that's the 5-star, and I did the same in the front there, except for that is a 6-inch cut, 6mm cut, and this one is a 10mm cut, but it goes over because there's two 5mm wide tyres. You've got that one on the rim, which is for a start, and then the other cut that goes onto there. And excuse me, it's 4mm. No, it's not a 5, it is 5, that's right. So that's the speedway ones. So that's the, you see they'll just giving you the machine alloy look there, okay? Now just remember they started out as these. Alright. So what we'll do, and then I'll show you their little mates. I'll show you the little mates here. Up there. This is for the set here, so I can see. Well, obviously when they come back, I can choose to put two tyres on the back, like I said, if I want to. But these are the mates that go onto the front, so you can see the difference between your tyre sizes. Perfectly for bigger rears and smaller fronts. If you just want them to be the same size, just use 8mm on both rims. If you want them to be both big, use the 9mm on both rims and get the tyres to stretch. Alright, so and we're going to do a 10mm wheel here on a standard Hot Wheels rim, and we'll show you that there shortly. Alright, so there that's in there. Now the other set here, the next thing is we've got the brass tubing. Same deal, same size as your alloy, but brass. Good part about the brass is, wow. On the inside of the tube is already polished when you cut it. So when you cut it, the same little cutter on the inside is like gold plate. So I put T5s in there again and fitted those, but they're gold plate, so they look absolutely mad. So when they're fitted to a unit, like especially the red colour with gold rims looks trick. Obviously they're not cut into the body, but and they don't take a lot of cutting in. You just only need to cut what's extruding, so you only need to come down to here to make that wheel fit under, or you can make it a wider body. But on there, it's gold, looks really nice and shiny on the inside. It's absolute magic. Now I won't pull these out of the packets, but I'll show you these ones here. They're the mates in the packet of the one I showed you on the Golf GT Ford. And then here's the mates here. Get that out of the road. And here's the mates here for the Yokohama ones here. And spin him around the front and the rear. And what we'll do is we'll give you a look at the. You see, this don't take a lot of cutting in. To cut this one in here, you need to put it to there. Otherwise, you can make it a little bit wider, the body. The front wheel, you don't need to touch. That's what the front wheel size comes up as. And that is a 3.5mm cut on the front, 8mm, and on the rear, pretty sure on the rear, because we only jumped the rim, 6mm. So that way it gives us a 4mm out. So we've got a 4mm out and a 3.5 in the front there, and I think it sort of like matches it up quite well. So when what we'll do is we'll cut that into the body eventually, but I'm just showing you the wheels for how they're made and whatever else there. And they just start off with the tubing. Alright, so we put the Porsche back up there. Hot looking wheels they are, and like I remember, just all of these wheels all start off like one of these little sets here, and they all run perfectly clean and true. Now when I file them down on the file, once I finish with the file, I then get because I'm in a motor industry, I get one of these 400 sticky discs. I actually stick it on a board so it doesn't move. I sit the board on my lap and then I file them to get all the rest of the fine file marks off so it's clean. And then I go up, the next one I go up is the 800, and I do that wet, and then that way you get a nice clean alloy edge as you see here on these wheels. And the same on the brass wheels. The same on there. So these are brass and injected plastic centers. So the same on there. You end up with a nice clean edge, very smooth and flat, and they spin true. They don't, bang, everywhere else. They're loose in the body, so it's not because they're buckled. But yeah, all right. So there we go. That's it on there. All right. Now we're going to do one here. We're going to put one together here for you. Just hop all these out of the road here. Put that tyre back onto that rim. Put that rim back over in that there, and that there, before we end up losing it. Otherwise we'll be down a set of red rims. We're currently making up a set of those for a Porsche. Yep. Here's another big set that we were making out there. So I mean the 5-star starts out like that there. We cut the alloy tube. The alloy tube is still the 9mm, which goes here. This I think I've got the glue in. There we go. I'll show you that perfectly. See what I mean now? Now we cut this here and ground that off. That just pushes in like that. Bang, bingo. Now this is a bit of, let me get the name, silicon tubing, which we've used on the outside. So it's made give you an idea of the size. Fits perfectly into these sorts of trucks, or if you want to make a drag car or something. And they start out as that, and then become that. I'll give you a look at the difference of the size, and plus the width, big slicks. And there's the front and the rear there like that there, and that's the alloy tubing there with the metal. Look, right. So that's the big ones there out of the road. So these are the this is what these those standard rims that you get in those Hot Wheel cars, the little standard rims there. I was going to paint them silver, but I thought, oh no, I'll do these ones black. Now this is a 10mm tube. That's why I left this one on here. This tube is this size, 10mm. Still got see the same size of the wall. That's very important, so that way your wall looks perfect. If you get the thicker wall, you can get a taper tool and thin it out and make like it's got a beveled edge on it, which is even cooler again. I will show you a video of those ones as well when we get to that part of it. We'll just stick with these at the moment. Now when you cut this little ring here, I'm pretty sure is 4mm. Put him on, let's see how correct I am. Yep, this is 4mm, just a fraction over 4. That's 4mm. Right. So what we do is put on there. Now these are your, like I said, your factory Hot Wheel stock rims. So you see that little lip just on there? See what my nail's hitting there, like that there. This size here, this size alloy tube, the 10 by 0.45, fits on that ring perfect. And there we go. You end up with that. Now I just noticed that the inside of the 10mm is nicely polished, so we're going to leave that like that there. That's why you're getting the reflection on the rim in there. So that's that size. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the top, we're going to glue that on there, and I'm going to put a tire on it, and then you'll see what it looks like. Alright? Okay, so we'll what we're going to do is I'm going to assemble this one here and show you. Once you cut a little tube. Now what I do is I don't put the glue everywhere. I go like this. One little squirt out like that. Put the lid on. Get that out of the seam. It's just your normal Sally's quick fix. I find this one doesn't smoke up. I find the cheap brands, the cheap nasty stuff, does. Anyway, let's not chat too much. Don't want to make this thing miles long. Just remember, this is a stock wheel now. So what we do is I'll pick the face that I want, which is that there. Just let that, just shake that a bit more, so it goes the same size as that ring. Because I don't want to put a ton on there, because we're only just setting it on the edge. I'm trying to put my finger on it while I'm going there. So what we're going to do is here, just pick this up into here, set him up like that, put him on, and then I go like this to get the glue in there, so you don't get it everywhere, because you only want a very tiny bit. Now, sometimes you go like that, that's what I do, get the excess off, and then we just go straight on, bam. And straight on, and there we go. Now what I'll do is, when you do this on painted rims, you see it's all clean. Is it in the frame? Yeah, in the frame. When you see it's all clean on the inside, let me see if you can see that properly. I don't know if you can or not. If you can see on the, there we go. You can see it on the inside there, it's all clean. And it's nice and shiny on the inside there. So now, what I want to do is, to make sure that that has gone off, I'm just going to get this little dangerous patch out of the road. And we'll bring this into the picture as well, what we're chatting. It's the water I'm going to put this Goodyear slick into. I'm going to take this off here off an 8mm rim. Take this off an 8mm rim. They're new tyres, so they're not stiff or hard, things like that. Put that down there. Now the 8mm rim there is another thing, good thing too, is the 8mm tube fits nicely onto the 8mm. So put that in there for a little minute. Put that there till it's a little bit softer. It is soft, but you don't want to make it too hard to get it onto the rim, onto the tube. Also, now I'll get you see the zip kicker in the background there. Instead of spraying it all over the place, because it's only a small area, I'll just pull it out of the spray bottle. And I'll grab it like this. We'll just go like this. Go like that. And because it's round, you just work this way around the wheel. And you don't end up with it everywhere. And put it back into there. Get that out of the road. So you don't knock it over. Yeah. Blow it off. Right, while that's having its little spell, I'll just quickly grab this. I was hoping I could have made this video a bit quicker, but well anyway, this takes all the time I want to be able to see so you can do it properly. And then you just remember, we will be getting these wheels made. So I'm just sharing this with you there before they go to the manufacturers. Some of these other ones there I will make and keep myself, of course, and keep making them. I've been doing it for a long time, so. Alright, get that out of the road. This onto here. Make sure that I'm in the frame. And most of the time, this is a little bit tricky when it's a 10. So just give me one moment. I'll just stretch him over. He's good and just about over now. Get into the frame. Sorry guys, that's the hard part about it when you're doing this. You start getting so focused, and you pull the job right to your face, which I've got to do just again here because I don't want to cut the tyre. And just push it down onto there, so I can get the gasket going a bit more there. Just bear with me for a second. I'm just showing, just leveling it out. And there we go. Alright, so we've achieved to get that on there pretty good. Pretty good there, yep, and there you go. That's the difference. Alright, come to the end of there. There we go. There's your factory stocky, and that's what we turned it into. Get it over here so you can see in the light. Just let me get this out of the road so we don't have a a flood situation going on. And then there you go, there you turn that stocky wheel into a pretty hot looking wheel, I reckon. Even though it's a standard rim on the inside there, it still looks alright. And that's him there. So that's with the 10 by 0.45mm alloy tube. Yep. And they turn you down that into that. Pretty easy. And here we go, just a quick run by. There we go. Just a T37 5 spoke orange for the perfect for that sort of vehicle there. And you've got the Yokohama R30 rims. Yep. To there. You've got the gold. I'll get going on to that there. So anyway, let us know, folks, what you reckon, and thanks very much for watching and tuning in. And we'll be back again with a few more bits and pieces, and we'll show you how we do them other ones, and we'll do a car on the next one with them all fully fitted up. So you've seen how quick we just made that hot looking rim, hot looking wheel. I reckon it looks pretty trick. And it's an alloy rim too, polished with a nice centre. Alright folks, stay safe, take care, catch you again on the next one, and thanks very much for watching, and thanks to all our supporters. We really appreciate every single one of you. Bye for now.